Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to Sex Talk with T. Graye right here on WEMS Radio. I am your host, T. Graye. Happy New Year. Welcome, everybody, to the very first show of the year. We're going to have a good time tonight, you guys. Today is All Truth, No Dare Tuesday. So we are taking your questions. This is transparency episode, you guys, giving you all of me as we start the new year. So if there's anything you want to know, anything you have a question about, go ahead and chime in. And no stone left unturned today, you guys. No holds barred. I want for everybody who watches the show and supports the show to have a firm connection with me. And so in doing that, I have to be transparent with you all. This year is going to be a lot of changes, but they're going to be a lot of fun, a lot of things to kind of keep you engaged, keep you excited. So I can't wait to pop all these things in with you guys, as the year goes on. But first things first, we have a dynamic guest in the building tonight with me. One of my faves out of Baltimore, but be blazing all over the country, you guys. Comedian Timmy Hall. Come on in here, Timmy.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Miss T. Graye? The beautiful
Hey.
and sexy and talented Miss T. Graye.
Oh, I thank you. I thank you. I appreciate that. How you doing?
I'm good. I've been trying to get you pregnant since I met you. It's just, I
Boy,
don't know.
and let me tell you something. You either need to go to the right or the left, bro, because it ain't working.
I've been trying. I've been
You
trying.
work. You trying?
How you
Listen.
been? How you been, honey?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good,
Right.
man. I'm happy to start this new year off right. I'm excited to start this new year off with you. I feel
Thank
like
you
you
for
were the
having
last
me.
comedian I saw before the year ended. I think.
Really?
Yeah, you was the
Wow.
last person I seen when we were at the prom. That was it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So look at that. I get to end my year and start my year with you.
Wonderful. I'm so blessed. Look
Yes,
at
yes.
God. Look at God.
Look at how it works. Look at how it
Look
works.
at God.
So tonight, you already know it's All Truth, No Dare Tuesday. So I'm gonna let you
Uh-oh.
get it in with the first question. I'm taking all truth. What's up?
Oh, I don't know. What about you? Hmm. When it comes to you, T. Graye, what do you look for in a man? Be honest.
It's a fantastic question.
You know
Um,
what? Let's back that up. Let's not do that question yet. In your relationships that you
yeah,
have, and I ask people all, and I ask people all the time because everybody always focus on what somebody else did. In your relationship that you had, your marriage or whatever you had, what mistakes did you make that you would change that are different? Because I get tired of everybody blaming everybody else. What would you do different in any relationship?
um, I would definitely have more patience.
Okay.
Um, definitely. That to me is probably my biggest flaw just across the board. But in that relationship, especially, I would definitely have had more patience. Um, Patience not only with my spouse, but with myself. And
Mm.
truth be told, if I had more patience, I probably would not have gotten married. Okay, that's a
Whoa,
big piece to that puzzle. If I
that's
had
a hell of a statement.
um, and took more time to just understand self and understand um, what I was doing and how I definitely probably wouldn't have got married, but let's mix that because I did. But I definitely would have had more patience. Um,
Then why'd you rush your marriage? Why'd you rush to get married?
because I really felt like I was doing the right thing. I understand now that I did not necessarily get married for the right reason, but my biggest reason for getting married was to provide my children with something that I did not have. So at the time that I got married, I had two daughters. That man had been in my life, I don't know, maybe 6 to 7 years at the time that we got married, maybe 5 or 6 years. So by the time we got married, and I wanted to give them what society calls the image of what a family is: the two-parent household, the house, two-car garage, a little picket fence. Like that was what I wanted to give my children at the
Hmm.
time. And I negated what I felt. I negated the red flags. I didn't have enough patience to even really sift through a lot of the things that had happened prior to marriage
Mm-hmm.
because I was so focused on let me do this one
Let me ask you
piece.
another question. How many years into your marriage did it doesn't feel right anymore?
Two, 1.5
Wow.
years.
Two.
Yeah.
Wow. So how long did you stay married?
Um, Let me think about what year I got married. Oh, 4 years.
You'll be married 4 years, and year two it didn't feel right no more.
So it was already probably not right.
I'm sure
But
this nigga watching. I'm sure this news to him.
he don't watch my
I'm
show.
sure this nigga like them.
He don't watch
God
my show.
damn.
Look,
Two
and
years into the marriage.
if people know him, know me that watch, they just gonna go back and tell
I
me
know,
I'm
I know
cool
this
with
nigga watching this right now with a gun in his mouth. Yeah, true. Yeah.
it. I mean, but we were together like 5 or 6 years before we even got married. So
Why people always say when you been with somebody for a long time and get married, it's no difference. That's bullshit. It's a difference. It is a
So it
difference. It's not
wasn't
the
the
same.
marriage that prompted a difference in myself or in him.
Hmm.
There were a couple of things that happened literally 2 months before we got married that
Okay.
really took a toll on him and then on myself subsequently. Um,
So
and I'm
why did either one of you why did either one of you why weren't y'all smart enough to back out of it at the time to say, hey, this probably not gonna work
I
if it's
don't
two
know
months
why.
prior to you getting
I,
married?
I don't know why we weren't smart enough at the
Why do we
time.
let me ask you a question in relationships? I'm going through something right now.
I
Why do we
see.
force
Come on with it.
I'm just saying we force marriages sometimes and we have this image of being married and a lot of times people stay because of the kids, which I think is the stupidest statement in the world because
The dumbest
why do
thing
you
in the
stay
world.
with kids? Because your kids are gonna grow old and they're gonna leave. And you're gonna
And
and for
that's a
how many
lot of the
years
reason why
you're
I
going
didn't
to be miserable.
stay. Yeah. That's a lot of the reason why I didn't stay. I refused to stay for the kids. And
Right.
love my ex to death. You know what I mean? Don't want no harm to come to him. Swear to God, I don't.
Of course.
Um, he's not my favorite person, but I don't think I'm his favorite person either. Um, but definitely he is the type of person to stay for the kids. Like if I could have just stayed miserable for the next 13, 14 years, he would have been all right with that. As long as you're just here and it's for the kids,
I swear to
you just
gosh.
be miserable and I just be miserable. But I can't. I had gotten to a point in my life where in the course of the marriage, I had began to change some of the things about me. Mind you, when I got married, I was 100 pounds heavier. Um, I was probably, I wasn't probably, I was insecure. Um, I thought that that was going to be the only person that would ever want me. Like I was a whole nother person. I was in a whole nother place. And so once I had got to a point in there where I was like, you know what, I have to change my life. I have to start with me. And then I began a lifestyle change. I changed the way I ate. I changed the way I thought. I changed the way I exercised. I
Right.
changed who was around me. I ended up again losing 100 pounds, no surgery or anything. And then in that process, and also being in the process of being around people who were more Christian based, more anointed than I ever was, and it changed my entire perspective. And then I started this business. I started building my brand, and I had all these new
Mhm.
dreams and these new aspirations. And I just was not. I was not the person that he met, nor was I the person that he married. And that's
Let
one thing that in relationships people need to understand that it's it's important to be able to grow with the person that you're with. You can't look at a person's growth as a hindrance to you, as a detriment to your psyche or your emotional state or your relationship. You have to be able to be supportive and be able to grow with the person you're with. And that pertains to in the bedroom and outside the bedroom. Things
It
do not
does.
stay the same. They're
It
going
does.
to
It does.
change. People are going to evolve. That's what God created us to do, to evolve. So as we do that in our personal lives and our sexual lives or whatever the case may be, you have to be able to push and
Well,
still
well,
move.
let me break it down to you with men and women when it comes to relationships and evolving. See, and this is what I've been through. Women, y'all got this image of fairy tale. You have it when you're young, okay? You read books about being a princess. You read books about being swept off your feet. You read books about man, taking care of you, being everything you want. We as men don't have anything that type of fantasy. So what happens with men later down years and years later? we decide we want something different because now we know what we want. Like I just turned 50, so now I know what I want in a relationship. And it's not fair for me to ask my wife to change and be that person because she's been the other person for so long. But the problem becomes is you can't, you don't want to stay because it makes you miserable because you want something different as a man. And I think communication is a big part of that. You know what I'm saying? But we as men don't express that because we're not taught that. Y'all taught at a young age of what a man looks like to y'all, just in these books and magazines and everything. You know what I mean? As kids, we don't have that as men. But what happens is 50, when you get older, men evolve into something different and need different in a relationship. And it's not fair to ask your woman to be that. But what happens is in marriages and relationships, when she doesn't become that, that's when things
So
happen like unfaithfulness. That's when things come with like you start resenting her and things of that nature.
let me hop on that for just a second because what you said is it one kind of knocks out the other. You said, "Hey, we have to have this communication, but hey, it's not fair for me to ask you for exactly what I want." That's not true. That's exactly what men should do. If
Right.
men know that, hey, this is what I want, or this is how I'm changing, this is how I'm
Mm-hmm.
evolving. So now my need is different. Now my want is different. Now my desire is different. It is totally okay to ask your wife for those things. It's totally okay to share those
Mm-hmm.
things with your wife, to
Mm-hmm.
compromise with your wife. If she's not all the way on the same level you are, at least meeting halfway. That is always okay. That's where that communication piece does come in and why it is important. A lot
Right.
of people have wants, needs, desires. These changes, we change as we get older. In general, we change as humans, just period. And then we don't communicate that. Or, like you said, you don't think that you should ask that. When we get into that phase, we're missing out on something spectacular because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you never even know what that person might be willing to do for you and or with you, or how they choose to grow with you, or how they
I
choose
agree.
to fall with you. So we have to have these uncomfortable conversations, you guys.
Right.
This
Right.
this
But
is
I'm gonna tell you,
exactly
but I'm be
what
honest with
that's
you,
for.
as a man, it's easier for a man to start over and to express that to a new woman because he can mold her into the woman that he wants her to be, as opposed to asking to the woman he's with to be that person. Because a lot of times, some women will look at you like you're crazy and be like, "Nigga, I ain't do that shit before." You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And that becomes a hassle and a problem. And when you don't get, and as a man, if you don't get what you're asking for, believe me, it becomes, hard and hurtful because you as a man had to always evolve to be the man, to be the type of man this woman wants to be. See, men, we be always changing with you all, but a lot of times hard for you all to change with us. And that's
So
the truth.
maybe don't be so general because I don't think it's all men that
No, I'm not gonna say all men. I'm not gonna say
are
all
a
men.
lot of men who are stuck in their ways who will never change. And if I were to be general, I would say this is primarily men over 35, and it gets worse every 10 years. Um,
Right.
but the reality of it is that people change when they want to. And the
True. That's the
reality of
truth.
it is that your woman is not your football team, is not your basketball team, is not the thing that you are typically most loyal to.
Right.
Okay?
Well, let me ask you a question then. What's the problem with? See now, when you want to word certain word like a certain word, you're a female, you're a woman. If I say one word to you, what comes straight to mind? If I say, "Hey, T. Gray, submissive," what does it mean to you?
Domination.
See, that's not good. That's not what you. That's not what it is.
Let me tell you
You think
something.
submissive? You think submissive being dominant? Then you missed the whole purpose of the word submissive.
Guess what? You
What?
asked me what I thought. You can't tell
Okay.
me.
So you think submissive?
My
You think
opinion is
submissive?
wrong. You asked me what word comes to
So let
mind
me ask you a question. So do
when
you
I
have a
hear
problem being submissive?
submission. I automatically think domination. Now, according to what the good book says. I don't know if you all out there listening are Christian, not Christian, or what you believe, don't believe. I don't know, but I'm just gonna toss a couple things out from the book. Um, in order to submit unto your mate, clearly that has nothing to do with sex. Okay,
Right.
let's start there.
Right.
Um, being submissive to my man, my husband, the leader of my home, the leader of my relationship, my dynamic, whatever the case may be, that has to take a different type of spirit from a person to be able to submit unto that man.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a whole another type of level of understanding, whole another level of love, faith. Um, I think a lot of people miss that because when we hear submission, we think that person has control and we have none. That's not what it
And that's
is.
not it. Exactly.
Um, so when you say to me, oh, because that's the word that comes to mind that I don't understand, I have a very firm understanding about
No,
submitting
you do. And then but
and
just
how I operate in a relationship.
by you just
But
saying by you
but
saying
let's
what you
not
said
be
just now.
real. Your girl is a
Yeah.
little bit nasty. So so when the first
Well,
word that comes to mind from submission is domination, and even in submitting in the bedroom, to me, being submissive is the most dominating thing that you can do because in order to release that level of trust and
mm,
that level of passion and
right.
this ecstasy to a person to allow them to allow yourself to submit to a person, you could be submitting to that person, but in that time you're dominating their spirit, you're dominating their aura, you're dominating their heart, you're dominating their
Right.
body. It's just on a mental level in
But
the sub.
and like I said, I have no problem, man, and I think you should submit to your man if he's a good man. Let's get that out the way. I'm saying
Okay.
number one, you have to have a leader. Don't I'm not telling women to submit to a bad man. No, you can't. Or if a man can't make a decision that's well for the household. If
Mhm.
you got a man whose heart is pure in his household, and he does everything for the good of his house, whether it's a bad decision or good decision, but he did it for the good of his house, then by all means a woman should be submissive. But you can't submit to a man that ain't shit. Let's be honest.
That's very
You know what I
true.
mean? And I and
That's
I,
very
and I
true.
understand that, but I just have a problem because I don't I will never go into a relationship unless a woman's submissive again because in relationships you can't have two dicks in one house. Somebody got to make a decision.
Well,
Everybody
guess what?
everybody 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 has roles to play in relationships, and I think a lot of times with women, black women, they have that. I'm a black woman. Hear me roar. I had to take care of myself all the time. A lot of black women that have been independent for a long time have a problem with submitting, and I get that.
Mhm.
That's why a lot of black women are fucking single.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Because you have a problem with submitting because you've been so taking care of yourself. But if you let go and let a good man be the one that takes control, you can relieve a lot of pressure off of your life. You really can. You know what I
So
mean?
let
But with
me
the
tap on just a couple of things.
sure,
I get what you're saying about that being something specific to Black women. Yes, we have had to be different
you
because
did.
society has dictated that so. Society has removed men from homes, and we have been taught by other strong women to be a certain level. I've seen a lot of videos lately, TikTok reels, whatever, where it's women saying, I don't want to be strong no more. I don't want to be independent no more. I want this, I want that. Submission isn't about what you have or don't have. Submission
Right.
isn't about what you come to the table with. And being able to submit unto a man is not something, it's not like respect. Like a lot of people feel like as soon as you come in the door, you get respect. No, you got to earn it. Me being
Sure.
submissive unto a man is also something that has to be earned. The same way you say,
Sure.
a man has to show you that you can submit to him. The man has to show you that he can lead you, that he can lead this
Right.
household. The man has to
Right.
show you that you will be taken care of and you can trust me. The man has to show you that I can help build you, I can help grow you. I can, you know what I mean? Like it's not, it is definitely a give and take. Women have to pour into
Mm,
their men the same way.
right.
But in order to have that full on trust in a person to lead me, yeah, that's not something that comes out the gate. That's something you have to earn.
Right. I know I
So
went to the gym the other day. This black girl talking about, can I spot you? Like, bitch, I'm a man.
well,
I knew
what
she
you
was single.
did?
She had that bitch like she spot me. I'm like, I know you single. You want you trying to spot me?
I'm just saying, how was her muscles stacked up like that?
I'm bigger than hers. She was like 5'2", 110. You need somebody to spot you. You single. You are single.
Maybe here's the thing, though. Maybe she
She
just
was
wanted to
single.
stand over top of you so you can look at her titties.
She was trying to
Maybe
be
she had
dominant over
another
me.
plan in mind.
She was single. I ain't gonna lie. That's a single girl there. You try to spot me, you single.
I mean, but you don't want the woman who's already taken, right?
Nah, she gonna sit there, but she gonna sit there and gonna spot. Nah, I mean, you know you ain't submissive. Like, you try to dominate everything.
Oh my God. So if we go to the gym, I can't spot you. Now I can't hear you. Did you get a phone call? Uh-oh. I can't hear you, baby.
Wait a minute, there you go.
There you
There
go.
you go. Yeah, you can't spot me. You know, T Graye. Now get your ass in the corner.
I'm just saying, I still got some muscles over
Only thing you
here.
can do is tap me to tap the dude. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for that shit. You know what I mean? I don't need no girl that's that down. You know what I mean? You know, as soon as I come in the house, she gonna grab me by my shirt. Tomorrow, you know we fucking tonight. What? We are?
I
We are?
mean, oh, don't no man want a little bit of aggression?
I don't want no girl. I don't mind if she gonna grab me by my.
You don't want to have to start it all the time. Okay, so then
I don't want that shit. You know what I mean? Y'all women don't. Yeah, whatever. Y'all women dominate. Y'all dominate sex anyway. I don't even have sex no more. You know what I have? You know what my sex called? You know what my sex is called now? Hurry up before my show come on. That's what my sex is called. That's sex in my house. Hurry up before my show come on.
I'm so sorry.
You know how hard it is trying to have sex between Grey's Anatomy? You know how hard it is?
How many commercials is that? 5, 6?
5, 6 commercials.
6 commercials.
Hurry up for my show.
Let's have sex. You got Timmy, you got 6 commercial dick, or you only making it to 5? Like you.
No. Let me tell you something. You make love to an older woman. The news come on. Sex is over. Get up. Let me see what happened today. Get up. She just sex with an older woman. News come on. Sex is over. Get up. Let me see this. Let me get up. Let me see the variant. The new variant.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry.
But like I say, but when it comes to that, like I said, I need a woman that's it's a lot of things. I just turned 50, so my perspective on relationships is different. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a lot different than I was. I know what I want. I don't want to have to work as fucking hard in a relationship that I did before. I don't. At this point in my life, at 50, she should have been through shit. I should have been through shit, and it should be easy. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
It should be easy to spot, and it should be easy to spot when it's not working. I don't want to be, when you're younger, you know how it is, T Graye. You're younger, you go to a relationship, it's really not working, but y'all kind of forcing it, and you waste a year, 6 months into a relationship, and you waste that shit. When you get my age at 50, you like, bitch, we've been together 4 days, and they just ain't working for me. They just ain't work. I mean, that's how you get when you get older.
I don't like the way you walk and breathe funny. I get it. All those things.
You like it, bitch. You ain't got no kneecaps, bitch. I don't know what happened to your kneecaps, but your kneecaps is missing. I can't mess with no kneecaps. We were making love last night. You went to the bathroom.
You knew she had no kneecaps when you got her number, though.
But I didn't know that because the first time we made love,
no kneecaps.
No. Yeah, first time,
wait to get her old knock-kneed ass off.
I messed with old women. First time we had sex, she had on a slip. I ain't seen no goddamn kneecaps. She didn't take a slip off. That's how you do. We had sex with her with a slip on. That's how old my women, man. My women still wear slips. They still wear slips. That's my type of woman was. My women still wear slips and bobby socks. I like them old bitches.
Let me ask you this.
Slips and bobby socks.
Since this is where you are in life. At 50, what is most important about sex to you now at 50?
At 50, I think at 50, first of all, let's be honest. When you get my age, and I don't get a lot of men say, "No, master," you don't require it as much. So quantity doesn't out trump quality. When I was younger, quantity mean more. Meant a lot more when it came to sex. I wanted it all the time. Now the quality of sex is down different. If I make love to a woman now, I want that shit to be banging, because I don't need it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You know what I'm saying? We can have sex 2 times a week as opposed to 5 times a week before. But the sex that I do have, I want it to be quality. And when you get 50, you want quality sex. You want it all at one time. You want the nastiest, freakiest sex you've ever seen in your life. You know what I mean? I'm nasty. I'm so nasty. I put on a porno film one time. They stopped and watched me. That's how nasty I am. They stopped and said, "God damn, nigga, you can do that?" I ain't gonna lie. One time, Mr. Marcus called me up. Why? He called me up to me, yo.
Well,
I
Mr.
seen
Marcus,
you.
when he called you?
He called me up and was like, "Nigga, I seen you, nigga. That move you did, nigga, amazing." Seriously, that nigga did. They throw a porno party for me. But no, for real. But when you get older, quality out trumps quantity. That's the truth. That's the truth. That when I make love now, it's gotta be the most exotic, nastiest, freakiest sex I've ever had, because I don't require it. I'm required the next day. You know what I'm saying? You know, before I like, all right, you fuck that, I fuck you, you fuck that. Now, if you give it to me nasty and raw and nasty, whatever, then after that, it's all romance. After that, we movies, then we relax and enjoy each other's company. You know what I'm saying?
Got to get through the nasty rawness first.
This the thing.
Nasty rawness, and then I feed you. That's
company out trumps coochie nowadays. You know, quality time out trumps coochie nowadays. You know what I mean? And I mean that. And it's not because my energy level, not like that. It's just that when you get older, when you're young, you done had so much sex when you're younger. You know, we all had a lot of sex when you're younger, whatever. Then you older, you want something that's. But yeah, no, I know. I seen your record. I heard about you. You know, you was a low key light skin whore. But anyway, that's a whole different story. Don't be sitting there like that.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
My father's child like that.
Oh, okay. You look a freaking fixer. It say CT Graye. But no, seriously, you know what I mean? Now it's quality now. Now if I have sex now, it's gotta be quality, it's gotta be intimate, it's gotta be romantic, it gotta be nasty, it's gotta be exotic, you know what I mean? So I don't require as much. A lot of people don't know I want fuck all the time. No, that's bullshit. That's not. If a nigga over 50, yeah. If a nigga over 50 talking about, oh, want fuck every day, that nigga lying. That nigga sleep by 8:30. He lying.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap in with one of the questions that was sent in.
Sure.
So you guys, this is All Truth No Dare Tuesday.
I'm gonna get my cord real quick. I'm gonna get my cord.
We're having a total transparency episode, you guys, giving you all of T Graye, all of my guests today, Timmy Hall, and we're just tackling some things for the new year, you guys. It's going to be a lot coming up, but I wanted to start the new year off with giving you just a little extra of me and my perspective and just things that have happened in my life so that you all can understand that, hey, I'm human too. I go through the same things. So the first question up is, could you be with someone who doesn't like giving oral sex? Fantastic question. That's a hard question. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's a hard one. That's a hard one. For me, I would
there you go. I'm back.
Okay. For me, I would say yes, only because I find that I want penetration more than oral sex. Not to say that I don't want it at all. It's always a great conversation starter. But it's a lot of times in my desire or in my need as a woman where I feel like you could just skip that and, just
really.
Yeah, I'd rather have
you don't believe you gonna skip that?
I'm saying that if I had to choose, then yeah, I could go without it. If I had to choose, I could go without it.
Really?
Yeah, I definitely want penetration more than head. Now, don't get me wrong, great head is phenomenal. Okay, I feel like it sheds pounds on my end. It's can be revolutionary, life changing. But at the same time, like I said, if I had to pick one, if one was to edge out more than the other, Could I be with somebody who didn't like to do that? Yeah. But then it would have to be fair across the board. Like, don't think you not gonna give me no head, but you expect me to give me head all the time. Like, nah. Like, it has to be
I agree with that too.
even Steven across the board. So what about you, Timmy? Could you be with somebody who
I
didn't
should
like?
first of all, I get pissed off with women and talking about don't come in my mouth. Like, bitch, you came in my mouth. You thinking your liquor clear? You think it ain't the same thing? Come is come. I can't make it. Is not my fault. My shit is thick. That is your fault. That's you. That's a God thing. You know,
Praise
I can't.
the Lord.
Don't come in my mouth. You came mine. You know what? Next time I give girl head and she I'm coming, I'm gonna pull away, like y'all do me. I'm gonna pull away. I'm gonna
But
pull
well,
away.
this
I'm
is what I
coming.
would
I'm gonna pull
love
away.
to
I'm gonna pull
know.
away. I'm gonna pull away.
What I would love to know is why is swallowing supposed to be like status quo right now? Why is that status quo?
Man.
Why is it, especially if the woman is giving you head first? If you're getting head first, why is that status quo? I
First of
don't.
all, you ain't got once my kids come out of me, what you do with them? I don't care if you drop them off at daycare. That's your problem. Once my I don't care what you do with my kids when they come out of me. I never was really one of the guys that cared about a woman swallowing. That never not. I like for her to spit it out back on me. I thought it was sexy for her to do that. I never was one of them guys that wanted the girl to swallow it. It just was never one of them things. You know what I mean? You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It just was never my thing. It never really impressed me for her to swallow. You know? You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Okay.
I mean, I
So
don't mind. I don't mind her taking it. I don't mind her catching it in her mouth and spitting it back out. That's sexy to me. You know, on back on me, that's fine. Or the wipe out the door. You know, you finish it on her breast or whatever, or side of her face. That one problem. But as far as swallowing, nah, it never impressed me. I mean, you know,
okay.
like,
So
I guess I'm laughing because I saw the corner film.
the first question though, could you be with somebody who didn't give oral sex?
Never. I never could do that. No, hell no. I ain't
Okay.
gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna put my business out there. I will never in my life get with a woman that can't give head. Never. Because I would cheat on you and get it from somewhere else. I'm being
I will
honest.
choose you.
I'm being honest because number
Okay.
one, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to sex, I want it all from one person. I don't like my fantasy has never been two women. My
Mhm.
fantasy has always been one woman that would do everything. I don't need two women. I got asthma and I ain't that good at sex. I don't want two women on Instagram talking about my ass. You know what I mean?
Last
But
night.
I got two women on Instagram. He ain't shit. I know, girl. He can't fuck.
You
I
did
don't need
so
that.
with the inhaler in your hand.
I don't
That's
need
what
that shit. I don't need two
you
women
be
talking shit
saying.
about
I
me.
gotta grab your inhaler. It's okay to me. We're not gonna tell nobody. I
No,
promise.
but no, the reality is, I never had the two fantasy, two woman fantasy. Always been one woman. If I can get one woman to do everything, I don't need all that shit. I
Mm.
don't. I'm not greedy enough. Like I did. You know, if I can satisfy a woman and she can satisfy me completely sexually. So no, there's no way in the world I can be with a woman. I don't give head. If you don't give head, you ain't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you don't, it's like, why wouldn't you? At a certain age, if you don't give head, then there's a problem. Then somewhere in your life, you had a whole bunch of bitch ass men who didn't require nothing and let you dominate a relationship. Because I'm not gonna
Mm.
give you something that I'm not gonna give you head. Like you said, I'm not gonna do you, and you're not gonna do me. You know what I'm saying?
But it's a lot of dudes
And I
out
want
here
a woman that like to give
who
head.
don't go down. There's a lot of dudes out here who on
No,
some
I go
that
down, nigga.
shit,
I
or
uh uh
you know, they act like it's like you fucking on the first date. I don't know. They won't. Some men are into kissing. Some
No, I
men
love
are
going down. I went down. I
giving
went down the
head.
girl so long we both fell
They feel
asleep.
like those two things are way too intimate, yet they ready to slap a dick in your mouth. Like, nah, the tables, it has to be even killed, fellas. It has to be even kill. Has to be even kill, women, because this also for the women who only want dudes to get in head and then don't want to reciprocate. But here you got this man with this hard dick and you ain't giving up no ass and nothing. Like, stop all that. Stop
No,
playing on them
no.
salacious.
When it comes to sex, I want a woman to do everything. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Everything, everything. When we have sex,
I respect that.
anything goes when you and me. When it's you and me, anything goes. It's our
Mm-hmm.
business. Anything goes. When you got a woman that's, but I have found out that a lot of women won't do everything for a man, and I get it because you got some men that don't make a woman feel comfortable enough. Some, you know what I'm saying? Some men don't, some men, there's some bitch ass men out here. that will run their mouth and tell everybody, hey, I had sex with whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's bullshit. I'm a type of dude, whoever I have sex with is my business. So I've had women that haven't done things in their life, but done things with me because they feel comfortable enough to do it because they know, it's between you and I.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things, if you want a woman to do some certain things in the bedroom, it's about her feeling comfortable. She has to feel comfortable and relaxed enough to do it. That you know what I'm saying? And then I'm the type of dude is, if you don't say nothing, most women will give you some more ass for the rest of your life. You know, a lot of women like this, who I'm horny. Who can I call that I know they ain't gonna run his goddamn mouth?
Yo,
They'll call you up because you don't run your mouth. That's the truth.
That part. Let's clap it up for that part. Let's clap it up for the people who don't run their mouth, and let's just give all the people that do. Yo, y'all out of here.
Like, yeah, what? But like I said, if you intimate with somebody, it should be if you with that person, whatever. Even if you're not with that person, if that's just somebody your booty call. If y'all intimate, let it be intimate. I mean, you can't have no. I'm at my age. I want no limits when it comes to sex. You know what I mean? Because like I said before, I don't require it as much as I used to. But when I do have it, I want to experience enough. I'm like, damn, she did her thing. Y'all understand something? These white girls will suck your dick just because it's Tuesday. Black girl, black girl suck your dick. I need my bill paid. You know what I'm saying? It's tax time. I'm trying to get a nigga tax money. White girl suck your dick in the red light. Like, white girl, what you doing, Amber? It's Tuesday. You know what I mean?
When
I say that, but they do.
A dick worth sucking, then those things happen. And maybe some fellas who have certain perspectives on black women need to operate in that vein. Have a dick worth sucking. Like, don't just
have a pussy worth eating.
Hey, I'm not taking nothing away from
everybody worth this.
I'm not taking nothing away from that. See, for some of these Ambers, Beckys, some of these women, it don't matter to them that they dick is worth sucking. They just sucking any dick that's being thrown at them because of the color of it. It was the black dick, it was the brown dick, it was the light skinned Drake dick. Like they just cuz. No, I suck dick with purpose. I suck dick by choice. That's the other piece of that. I suck dick by choice. I suck dick because I have to. I suck dick because I want to. So give me something that's worth it. Let the dick that's attached to the person also be worth it. Like
right. And I agree with that. I agree with that.
It's big
enough. No, and I agree. And like I said, I don't tell women to go
3,000. I'm not just doing it just cause. No.
Right. I tell women don't just go out here randomly just go out here giving men blowjobs. I'm saying give it. But what I'm saying, if you are deciding to be intimate with a man, you know what I'm saying, you should be with a man that you can and feel comfortable enough with where you can do everything you possibly can. If you just out here want to lay down and open your legs, well, shit, fuck that. Go get the rose and you know what I mean, and play with yourself. That's the case. You know what I mean. My thing is everything is a purpose with me. If you make love to me, you know what I mean. I'm tell you right now, I don't want no holds barred. Whether it's our first time or our third time having sex, I am a very sexual, nasty person. I've always been. You know what I mean. So if you ain't that, then you can't. We can't talk. You know what I mean? I think I don't run my mouth. What I do is what I do in my bedroom.
I'm learning about you today, Timmy. I ain't know all this. I know we friends and we be chatting it up. I didn't know all of this. I'm learning today.
Ain't that right? Ain't that right, twins? I'm just joking. So ain't that right, twins?
We're here for today, you guys. Of course, this is Sex Talk with T. Graye right here on WEMS Radio. It is All Truth, No Dare Tuesday, you guys. We're starting the year off super transparent, giving exactly who we are. You're getting a little more of your host today. I have my special guest in the building with me, Timmy Hall. We've been having a great time, great conversation. I love the way that this is going. We're going to jump into another question that was sent in. What are your turn-ons, Timmy? What gets you hot and ready?
What gets me hot and ready? The smell of a woman's hair. I don't know what it does. If a woman hair that smells wonderful, it turns me on immediately. We kissing or whatever, and I have a tendency to kiss a woman, and I have a tendency to smell her hair. And if her hair smells right, I don't know what it does. You know what I mean? Some of them, I don't know. I had a friend of mine, we was about my ex-girlfriend. I don't know, this coconut oil she had, that shit would turn me on. It's just something about the smell of a woman's hair, the scent of her hair. I don't know what it
Mm,
is, the scent of her hair.
I like that though. I like that a lot. That's one of those things that I feel like probably goes overlooked and
Only
under.
problem is bitches over 60 feel like sulfur 8. They're like, bitch, it's like bacon. I,
We smell a
you
little
can't make love to
medicated
Irma.
over there.
You can't make love to a girl named Irma. That shit smell like sulfur 8. It smell like medicine.
Ooh,
It smell like medicine.
Lord, take all the color
It's,
off the
it's,
jury and everything. Jesus
oh,
Christ.
Irma has smell like cough syrup. You can't mess with Irma.
That is terrible. So I apologize to all the older women watching today.
I mean,
All
I
the
mean,
urban
Irma,
chocolate,
Irma
all the
I'm
ladies that
saying,
wear slips. I'm
look,
sorry.
look at Irma. You 60. Your edges are gone. Stop that sulfur 8 shit. It ain't. You 60. Your edges are gone. You got alopecia. Stop with this sulfur 8 shit. Cut it out. This, put some put some Kimmy oil, some coconut oil in your hair. I can't make love to a girl. Your hair smell like burnt bacon. I can't do that. I don't even eat pork no more.
I know
Why
he
you
came
wonder why you
up
can't find a Muslim? You can't find a Muslim because your hair
preaching the
smell like
word to your
bacon.
edges. Oh my gosh. Preaching the word to your edges, ladies.
But no, I love a woman with a good smell. Hey, it's just something about, man. You kissing a woman, you kissing her. Cause I like to kiss. And I'm a very intimate kisser. And you kissing her, you smell her hair. Oh, that's a turn on for me.
Okay. Okay.
That's a
So,
sexy turn on. What's your turn on for men?
who you guys, I feel like all these questions are hard because I am so particular. Um,
Okay.
definitely, I definitely do like a good smelling guy. I'm not gonna front on that. That's important. But so once a person already has my attention, we'll get past that. Once you have my attention, what will turn me on is knowing how to touch me properly. Um, I have a strong
Okay.
personality, so I come off very strong all the time. I
We
am
know.
shut up, Timmy. I am a tad bit aggressive, things of that nature. But in the bedroom, I'm total opposite. And so
Really?
somebody really have to know me. Like you can't handle me or touch me in the way that my personality delivers. You have to still handle me and touch me like I'm a soft, delicate woman. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know how soft I am until you touch me. And then it's just touching me properly. Um, so if somebody understands what's beneath the surface and can approach me and manage me in that way, that is a major turn on. Like, I like
So
guys,
you seem so dominant to me. Like you got to make love to you with a
and
tongue.
that's why I it's
Like a
so
nigga, like she
because
said, Reeve.
because
Make
I
love,
am
touch my titty now,
outside
nigga.
the bedroom, like, yeah, inside the bedroom I'm not, but that's why I'm like that all day long, all day, every day, at work, and doing media. I'm a mom, like I am like that all day. So in the bedroom is the one place that I don't want to be like that. So if in somebody touching me properly, that also creates a safe space, that also creates a space for me to be vulnerable, for me to be soft, for me to be submissive. So it matters. Like, I don't like when dudes touch me and it's so just like get off me. Take your time, relearn how to do this.
First of
So
all, what type of niggas
the,
touch you like that? Niggas
approach
coming from
is
Central Booking?
hmm,
But you know what? You know what else turns me on though? And this is, I guess, because I'm older now. Personality. If a woman. If I love a sweet woman. I love a woman with a good sense of humor. That
hmm,
stuff turns me on. It really does turn me on. And a good conversation always turn me on. You know what I mean? And I'm at a certain age, looks don't mean as much as no more. How you treat it makes it a lot different. So a woman that's sweet and a woman that's has a good sense of humor, and a woman and a woman that's in tune with me. That's another thing. A woman that can, I don't know, I don't know. A woman that's in tune with you is very sexy to me. You know what I mean? She's in tune with my needs.
Yeah, and that's important. That's important.
She
But
just
see,
can look at me and tell me what I need.
that's why I say like somebody understanding how to touch me is paramount.
But is that something you have? Let me ask you a question. But isn't that
Mhm.
something you have to teach them as well? I mean, everybody don't know.
So this is where that communication piece comes in. Like I communicate,
Yes, ma'am.
you know what I mean, prior to the
Okay.
experience. Now, granted, people do run into one night stands and things of that nature. Okay, it's every man for himself. But if it's somebody that you're legitimately interested in, and it's somebody that you want to continue to see,
Right.
I think it's important to have those conversations about what you like, what you don't like, what your expectations are, what they aren't. Um, you know, not everybody knows how to handle your body. Of course, this
That's
isn't
true.
like you just show up on a job and know everything. You only know what you've experienced prior to me. So yeah, there's going to be a little bit of give and take, but at the same time,
Yeah.
I think that um, just having a better understanding of who I am as a person translates over into the bedroom. Some of my
I'm
best,
petty. I'm petty.
some of my best sexual experiences, maybe the first time with that person wasn't that great. Maybe the second time wasn't even, but the third time was like fantastic. Or you know what I
Right.
mean? So it definitely there is a learning curve to it. But when I
Exactly.
say what turns me on and what gets me hot, yeah, if somebody touched me the right way, yes. Yes.
Let me tell you something. I'm a type of nigga. I'm petty. I'm
Like
petty.
what? I'm ready. Come on. I'm ready to
No.
get it. And it could be
I
something
want. Let me
real.
tell you something. Like
Mhm.
what? Like I'm the
Just
type of
like
dude like this. I
like
believe what
like
I give
I'm
you is what
even
you give
like
me.
I'm a girly girl. So if my guy comes up behind me and kisses me in the right spot, or just touches the small of my back, or or knows how sensitive I am in certain areas in my erogenous zones and focuses on those, and you know what I mean, like it's just little stuff. It's just little stuff. It's little
I'm
stuff.
petty. Look, I'm like this. When I make love to a woman, I go out on a woman. I set my time on Alexa for 10 minutes, and I'm
I
do the
believe
same
it.
for her when she give me head. Ten
I
minutes is
believe it.
10 minutes. I like
I believe
Alexa. Set time for 10 minutes, and I do the same for her. Alexa, set time for 10 minutes. If I give you 10, nigga,
I
I want
believe
10.
you, boy. You
You know what I
seem
mean?
like
If you give
creative.
me 10, I set my timer for 10 minutes on both ends. We gonna give me 10 and 10. I don't play that shit. I ain't doing no more than you do me. You laughing. Look, you laughing. I got one
Yes,
right in my
Timmy,
room. I'm
because
like,
I
Alexa.
know you, and I feel like
I'm
nigga,
like,
you probably
I'm
really
like,
do that
yeah.
shit.
I'll be like,
I can
Alexa, set
see
head
you on
timer
the
for 10
low.
minutes. Yeah. Yep.
I'm sorry, ladies.
Yep.
I'm sorry for any ladies that the timer went off and y'all wasn't done. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but so what's important about what we're talking about right now? And I know it seems like you guys we're just here having a good time. This is a lot of banter, but what's important about understanding what turns you on? First, you have to understand your own body. A lot of us don't know our bodies. We haven't touched ourselves. We haven't experienced ourselves.
Speak for
We
yourself. As soon as I get
I
off
said,
this podcast,
oh,
what you think I'm gonna do? Watch
clearly
that new movie
set your
called
timer.
Pornhub.
You're gonna set your set your timer for 5 minutes and give yourself the best 5 minutes of your life. Um, but you
Mm,
definitely have to understand yourself in order to teach a person how to understand you. Um, how do you know what makes you hot if they don't know how to warm you up right? So this is definitely a learning phase right here, you guys.
Let me ask
You
you a
have
question. A lot of women do. Do you have a problem? Do you have a problem with Do you have a problem with toys or touching yourself?
no,
Okay.
no,
Some women, I know some women that have a problem with that. Like me, I
yes,
know that's another. What someone that turns me on? That's one thing that turns me on.
okay, most
A woman
definitely.
using, especially
So
a
that
woman
that
using
is
the
actually
rose.
one of
A
my
woman,
favorite
a woman.
experiences.
A, Let me tell you, a woman touching herself or using the rose or any type of thing is one of the
Mhm.
biggest turns on for me. I think it's the most sexiest thing in the world to have a woman get herself off. That's me. I think it's
Hey,
sexy and I think it's
I'm right there
exotic.
with
I
you.
love every bit of it.
I'm right there with you, bro. But I
I
so
love
just
that shit. I love that shit.
what would turn me on the most when I masturbate is if the dude is in the same room masturbating with me. Like if he's watching me, I'm watching him. Oh, that shit's about to be
I've done
intense.
it. Yeah, I like that. That shit right
I
there.
ain't
That
gonna
shit
lie,
right there. Let me tell you something right there.
because
That shit right
boy,
there. I ain't saying it's better than sex, but I ain't gonna lie. That shit is close. That's the
it's
fucking closest thing to watch a
beautiful.
woman
It's
masturbate.
beautiful. I love to watch a man masturbate. I think just to watch the inflation and
You
deflation
know
of
what's funny?
his
That's
stomach.
the thing.
Oh,
Look,
and
let me
if
tell
he
you
get
something.
excited and he get hot and he be sweating and then, I don't even love.
I don't know about this.
I'm in
I
his
don't know how
shoes.
you like
I'm gonna
that
go
shit.
ahead and
Look, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. When y'all do it, it's all sexual and sensual. We do it. It's like we try to fuck
yo,
around and rub the
that
skin
is
off. That
beautiful.
it's
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 like
the
that
it's
though
the
when you
most
do it by
a
yourself.
man jerking
Yeah,
off. A man
it's
jerking
like
off is
that
the
when
most
you do it by
unattractive shit
yourself.
you can see.
But when you're doing it in that space with your lady and you're watching your lady,
Oh,
or
I love that shit.
your
I
lady
love it.
laid on the bed and you at the foot of the bed standing up or whatever, and she watching you, you watching her,
And watching
like
her,
it's a whole nother situation. So for all
I
you
love that
people
shit.
who are scared or intimidated by masturbation, or you could be uncomfortable with it because of your religious beliefs. There's a lot of different things that come into play with masturbation and why people may not and why they may not have tried and what they really view it as. A lot of people do view it as something nasty and degrading and things of that nature. So
Mm.
if it's something that you haven't tried but you want to, if you don't know how to engage, if you don't know where to really begin, um, www.sextalkwithtgray.com. You can hop on there. I can give you
Yeah,
some advice.
you know.
You can put in your
It's funny about the religious part. Religious
will
part. You
help.
can't
I hope you
you
figure
won't
this shit
masturbate. Hold up. You won't masturbate, but you have sex before marriage. Don't make it.
out.
You know what I
Listen,
mean?
to some
You can't
people
say
who
religious. You
don't
can't
masturbate,
say religious.
that's true, but some people who don't
One
masturbate
sin
don't
is no one
masturbate.
sin is no bigger than the other. You
But you
won't
know what
masturbate,
though?
but you
Oh
have
my
sex
God, I'm
without
so glad
marriage.
you said that though. But in society as a whole, that part when it comes to religion, like people overlook that. A lot of people who are religious, they do judge everybody's sins. And they do try to make it seem like this sin is worse than that. And that is bull it is bullshit. It is. It is. I'm gonna say it out loud. You always
It
just got to
is.
be mad at me later. But it is bull.
Right.
Um, but to if that's something that is so ingrained in you and you're uncomfortable, then hey, T Gray understands. But for the people who say, you know what, maybe I do want to, maybe I want to try, maybe there's something I want to explore with my spouse, my mate, my boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever the case may be, but you don't really know how to get stuff yourself again. You can hit me, I can give you some advice, give you some pointers, or take some steps to kind of get you there to understanding your body better because it is important.
Mm-hmm.
In 2022, you should have a better understanding of self. And if that's especially if you want the person that you're with to have a better understanding of you. Um,
I think that there's nothing sexier than a woman masturbating. I think it's the most erotic, sexy thing you ever seen in your life. If a woman know how to touch herself, then and you can learn a lot from her because she knows certain spots that she knows that you might miss. She can find it if you pay close enough attention. You know, okay, that's what does it. You know what I mean? You
mhm,
know what I mean? That's what
definitely.
does it. Like I say, I think it's the most sexy and erotic thing I've ever seen in my life. You know what I'm saying? Especially that thing called the rose. The rose. That shit is unreal. That thing is the rose. The rose. That's more than women. The rose. Oh my god, that motherfucker is amazing.
It's amazing.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay. So this is the last question that was sent in. I gotta hold this up because your girl getting old. Let me see. Um, Are you into alternative ways of sex? So they gave examples like body wax, handcuffs, dominatrix, things of that nature. Um, are you into anything that's alternative, or are you just
I was a cop for 23 years. You ain't put no cuffs on me. I ain't never had cuffs on me. Nigga. Cuffs on- You ain't put no goddamn cuffs. I'm used to put cuffs on people. Ain't no goddamn way you put no cuffs on me. And hot wax. Who the fuck is doing hot wax? Who the fuck? At my age, do you know I got I got you. You know I got eczema. I ain't put no goddamn hot wax on me. I ain't put
hot
that
wax
shit.
might help clear that shit?
I ain't doing no hot wax and no. You
Hot
know what I'm
wax on
saying?
your bra patch and put it up.
sexy. What? How is hot wax sexy? I don't understand that part.
Some people like the intensity of it. It's the sting, it's the getting pleasure from the pain. Um, you know,
Okay.
it can definitely be arousing when
Man,
used
black people ain't
properly.
doing that shit. Let me tell you something. Black people don't got
Black
no
people
scars on
are
that.
doing
Who they
that.
gonna do it?
Black people doing all
But
this
who
freak.
doing hot wax? Nobody I know doing hot wax. The first thing where your cocoa butter? You don't got a mark on me. I ain't
Listen,
doing
they
that
say
shit.
hot wax is it. Okay, people are
Hot wax
doing
is it?
it. People
Yeah,
are
okay.
trying
Your
it.
ass gonna end up in a it's a whole bunch of motherfuckers in
But
trauma right
there's
now with hot.
so
You ain't putting no hot wax on me.
so there is special wax that can be used in the bedroom.
It
Excuse
is.
me.
It is.
That's not like scorching hot. It's not like you're just taking a regular candle and doing it. Although you can, but there is
Okay.
other types of wax you can use in the
You can
bedroom.
also end up in the ER. I ain't trying to end up in fucking ER. You sitting there with hot wax burns all over your
I mean, but
goddamn
so
body,
that's why
and then you got
people need to really do their research.
and handcuffs.
Especially
I said my handcuffs are better. I'm not opposed to handcuff for the woman. I'm just not getting cuffed.
yes, if you are adding heated objects to the bedroom,
Mm.
there should be some research done first. So your girl, I'm gonna share this story, but I was young. Let me preface it with but I was young. Um this guy wanted to put syrup on me. He decided he wanted to heat it up, and I'm like, okay, sure, no problem. When I tell you that he poured that hot syrup directly on my clit, and I thought I was gonna die, I thought I was gonna die. I thought that day my vagina was dead, and my body was going right behind it because
This
it
nigga done
burned.
put hot syrup on your clit.
Oh my
What?
god! But we were young, inexperienced. He didn't know what he was doing, and I was just so, oh, that sounds like fun. The fuck? You gotta really research, know
You
what you.
thought putting it? I ain't never eaten answer. I ain't never eat. I'm done with syrup. I'm done. This nigga put hot syrup. First of all, it's sticky as shit. You know how hard that shit to get off. First of all, let's do that. You know, that, what the fuck did you have? He had to be fat. He had to be a fat dude.
He
He was
was,
hungry. He was a fat nigga there. Only fat niggas talk about. Let's get some hot syrup. Put it on
he
your pussy.
wasn't fat. He was just,
That's hot.
at
That's
the
a fat
beginning
nigga.
phase
That's a
of him
fat
being
nigga.
freaky. He was at the beginning phase of being freaky, and just really wanted to try some shit. Not hey, we were young.
That nigga need
I'm
to
not gonna
read
lie.
up on shit.
Shout out to you if you ever watch or see this. You
Ain't
know
no
who you are. But
hot surf
definitely
Sean. Huh? Shout out to hot surf Sean.
his name was Sheldon.
Alexa, stop.
Shout out
Name is
Sheldon.
what?
His
Hot
name
surf
was
Sheldon. Watch out for a nigga named Sheldon. This nigga walking around with King Surf in his pocket. This nigga is walking around with King Surf in a backpack. He can't wait to pull it on y'all.
boy, that was still, it was funny. I mean, it's funny thinking about it now. It wasn't funny at the time, but and again, I was
What, you think putting Neosporin on your goddamn clit is funny?
I don't know, I don't even remember what I think I just toughed it out at that point at that age. I was
Toughed it out.
yeah, I was
So right now,
young.
you sitting there right now. You sitting there right now with a half burned clit. Okay, all right,
First
cool.
of no, my she's fine. But
You light skinned and your clit brown. But
first of all, not at all. I'm not even light skinned, so he keeps saying that.
you are light skinned. Hot some Sheldon.
Listen, again, this was a learning moment. This is a
Yeah, I want to
teachable
learn
moment
more.
that if you guys are
Yeah.
going to utilize hot substances in the bedroom, definitely
Yeah,
do
well,
your
that nigga
research.
serial killer now. He on fatal
How
attraction.
to use
That
it
nigga.
properly because you don't want anybody to get burned. So if you are introducing hot wax, if you're giving massages with hot stones, if you're using again syrup, honey, anything like that, chocolate, anything that can be heated up that you want to lick off your person, whatever, just definitely still be safe with it. Still have a fair understanding of what the process is
Right.
and what degrees it should
Right.
be.
I'm a freak with a limit. I ain't doing that
With
shit.
your
Nothing
freak,
hot.
you can be as much freak as you want to, but there's also a responsibility to be safe in your freakiness.
Right.
Nobody wants to leave the bedroom with more injuries than what they came in with, especially when they're burns. Yeah, nobody. No.
So that's your public service announcement.
That's
Don't
my
burn
public
your
service.
clip.
Yeah, don't burn your. Yes, don't do that. Don't do that.
Wow.
So,
I
Timmy,
never thought that I would be on a podcast where we have to make this type of announcement. Not only on T Gray, we got to make an announcement about, hey, don't try this at home. Don't burn your clip. All right. Only here.
oh, that's what we're here for. Okay, it's Sex Talk with T
Okay.
Gray. We ain't here to talk about no bullshit. Yeah, that's what it is. So
Okay.
before we get out of here, Timmy, I know that you have a lot going on coming up. I want you to make sure that everybody knows how they can follow you as well as what you got coming up.
You follow me on Facebook at Timothy Hall, and on Instagram, follow me at Cop So Funny. But January 19th, I have my own comedy show. I have comedy shows all over the country, but right now, my own show is January 19th at Magooby's Joke House in Timonium, Maryland, with Joe Claire, and I got Antoine Scott, so it's going to be a hell of a show. Tickets only $10. You go to Eventbrite and get tickets called. And the show is called The Superheroes of Comedy. So the flyer is real dope with all the superhero outfits, real nice. So it's January 19th. It's on the weekdays. Tickets only $10. Show starts 7:30. I got some of the best comedians in the country coming. It's my new series I'm doing called Superheroes of Comedy, and bring some of the best comedians out of the country to my, to my platform. That's all. Man, like I said, I'm out of town. I'm writing new movie scripts and things of that nature. That's all. That's all I'm doing.
I'm excited for that show. I haven't seen Antoine Scott in a minute.
Yeah.
My first really good open mic I hosted and did Joe Claire came through and did that. So that was exciting. There's always a local beef. So definitely you guys make sure that you follow my guests at Cop So Funny. Make sure that you keep up with everything that Timmy has going on. Again, if you're in the DMV, catch him at Magooby's Joke House, January 19th, 7:30. And you could be anywhere for real. You could be on the cruise ship. You could be up and down New York, wherever where you might see Timmy. But if you follow him, you'll be kept up on all his goings ons and where he's. And make sure you catch up with him. I'm sure he'll keep you laughing because he's kept me laughing in here all evening on this show. You guys. Thank you so much.
That's right. Hot Watch Wanda. Hot Click Kathy. That's I'm here to do sex talk with Hot Click Kathy.
So silly. So I
you sitting there right now with some icy hot on your vagina. Sitting there right now with some icy hot right on your clit right now. You got some icy hot.
First off, she's fine. She's fine. It's a long time ago. She's fine.
She ain't fine. She's sitting there. She's sitting there right now, discolored. That's what she is.
She is comfortable. Okay.
I'm glad you got the color back on
she
it.
She is the proper pink as she should be.
Shit, you probably can't find it. She probably hiding because she don't want no more. You probably abused.
Stop talking about my clit now. Okay.
All right, no more hot click Kathy.
Ain't no dude with no mustache gonna come on my show talk shit about my shit.
That's right. I shave my mustache because it got in the way. I got tired of scratching thighs. I'm good.
My goodness. So you guys, I will be right back here next week, 9 to 10 p.m. on WEMS Radio. Again, there is so many fun things I have in store for you all this year. And I can't wait to share it all. We're going to have a great time. We're going to be totally transparent all year long. We're going to make sure that you guys get educated, make sure that you all have some fun, have these laughs, but definitely learn and have healthier and better sex lives along the way. And I will see you all right here next week. Sex Talk with T Gray. Bye-bye.
Bye, T Gray.
Bye.